Dr. Ellen Ward adjusted the blinds in her quiet office, dimming the autumn light further. Rain murmured against the glass, a soothing background to the uneasy stories her patients had begun to share. Each night, it seemed, more of them arrived with the same tangle of dreams, though she never prompted them. Instead, they spilled the details with trembling voices and darting eyes. They described an old farmhouse, its peeling white paint scabbed with moss. The windows, wide and black, mirrored their nightmares. Warped corridors, a creaking staircase lined with rotted banisters, and a distant door at the end of the hallway that thudded quietly, over and over, as if something tried to come through. One patient, voice barely above a whisper, described muddy footprints appearing beside her childhood bed just after waking. Ellen tried to be reassuring, steering them away from the details, but her own skin prickled cold. The scenes were so vivid, she could see the farmhouse too, because she recognized it. It was the home her mother had abandoned in the woods outside Daley, a place Ellen herself had not spoken of in decades. The home where, as a child, she sometimes awoke with her sheets tangled and the echo of footsteps above her, even when everyone lay sleeping below. That night, Ellen sat in her office, long after the last patient left, arraying dream journals across her desk. She flipped through them, fingers trembling. 10 different cases, all the same sequence: the approach up the gravel drive, the porch boards groaning, the winding hall with its papered walls. In every account, their dream ended as the old door creaked open, but none saw what lay beyond. Sleep evaded Ellen for 3 nights. Shadows stretched long under her eyes. She felt pulled, as though the house called her back. On the 4th evening, she yielded to the compulsion. She drove the old highway north, tires hissing over rain-polished tarmac, headlights slicing the mist. At midnight, she arrived. Her childhood home crouched amid black trees. Its windows glinted hungrily, warped by years of neglect. The porch sagged, boards warping under her steps. Inside, the air was dense with mildew, wallpaper curled in yellowed shreds. Ellen's footsteps echoed in the silence. All her life, that house had watched her, its emptiness pressing in. Now though, something else was there, something that had seeped in through the cracks, between memories and dreams. She heard the thud upstairs, measured and relentless. She climbed, unable to stop herself, heart thundering. At the end of the hallway, the door shivered, as if something inside leaned against it. Ellen reached for the knob. Her hand closed around the cold metal, a shock running through her. She opened the door. A room, identical to her office, stretched before her desk. Journals, rain-soaked window. Rain tapped the glass on the far wall. A dozen heavy shapes huddled around the desk, their faces familiar, all her patients, but their eyes were milky, blind, and their mouths moved as one shape whispered her name. Ellen backed away, but the door behind her would not open. The room grew colder. Darkness seeped along the floor. Above their chorus, something began to move down the hallway to greet her, heavy footfalls echoing a pattern she remembered from childhood. And then Ellen understood. The nightmare was never theirs. It was hers all along, and the house had waited patiently for her to come home.